live. Oh, I am live. Finally. There we go. Oh. Hey guys. Hey Banana and Tamed. Sorry I'm late. No worries, no worries. I was actually gonna let you know. Pepino, hey. Welcome. Yes, I did beat Moog last night. As you can tell, my hair is still intact. I also beat him within 10 tries, otherwise I'd be coming in with a bald head. Hey Vortex, how are you? Good to see you. How are you guys doing? Sorry for the for being a little bit late. I was actually just getting up from bed. Did you beat the other person for the Elden Ring DLC? I've not beaten the DLC actually. I actually did explore a lot of the DLC, and I have, but the DLC seems to be a lot tougher than I thought. Is something wrong? Nah, there's nothing wrong. I was actually just naming this stream, just chatting, but I don't think I can stay that long tonight. As you can tell, my hair is all messed up because I literally just got out of bed. Hey Wolf. Yeah. No, I'm alright. I'm alright. It's just that last night after the stream, I played more Elden Ring, right? And I tried my best to try and beat Melania, or at least, or excuse me, yeah. Blade of Mikola. Oh my god, I have nightmares now. And it lasted all the way until like 4 or 5 o'clock, just for her, and I can't beat her. And that's what I can tell you. So it messed my sleep schedule, and then also, so I was up all day today until like 1 to 2 o'clock with 1 to 2 o'clock because I still had some real estate to do. Hey Sleep, how are you? No, good to see you. No, I'm not gonna play anything to that. I'm just way too tired. I'm about to explain. I spent way too much time last night trying to come up with a strategy or trying to get used to Melania. I was not successful. It got so bad to the point where I lasted throughout the entire night. I did not sleep last night, so I stayed up all the way till morning, and I lasted as long as 3 o'clock, and that was quite dangerous because I had to drive to a client's house to to do an inspection, and I almost crashed my car. I literally almost had that. I literally almost crashed my car. So, like, just passing out. So I was like not swerving, but like just veering off the road, because I if you don't know, I don't drink energy. I don't do energy drinks, and I don't do coffee. So I stayed purely through willpower. What's your question, Vortex? Hey Soul, how are you? Sorry. So yeah, I almost crashed. It was that bad. So when I got home, I basically just crashed out, and I only woke up just now, mainly because my mom was like, "Hey, it's 7 o'clock. Don't you need a stream?" So I obviously am not gonna play anything tonight because I just don't have the energy. I don't want to pass out when I'm playing either Elden Ring or something else. When was the last time I felt bad for someone? You mean pity? Interesting question. Pity. I really don't give out sympathy. I don't really give out my sympathies all that much. So I can't really remember. I guess not really answering your question, Vortex. I would say probably a long time. Hey Shuyan, yeah, welcome. Just chatting stream today. It's actually gonna be a very short stream because I literally slept for about 2 hours, 2-3 hours today, and I just woke up. Because I've been staying up for almost, like, what is it? 36 hours on my own. At least around that time. And I just couldn't take it. I collapsed. Almost got into a car accident, so sorry about that. I need to sleep. Yeah, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I could have easily just, you know, put out a. I thought about maybe just putting out, like, you know, community post and say, hey, I can't do it today. I'm feeling a little bit down. But even I could barely, like, my brain can barely function. So if I'm gonna play any sort of games tonight with you, and all that, I just could. I'll be like this. Yeah, don't worry. But right now, just talking with you guys makes me feel good. I just didn't expect that how many people coming in tonight of all the stream. I was like, oh, I literally just woke up, came up with the title. I was like, I can't do this tonight as a just chatting stream, and all of a sudden I got 6, 7, 8 people watching me right now. I feel kind of bad, especially when someone like Hui. Welcome, by the way. It's been a while. Yeah, you seem really tired. That's what 2 or 3 hours of sleep for last night will do to you. I'm telling you right now, Elden Ring is not a joke. I know I just came out with a new video satire saying, I couldn't play Elden Ring or something along the lines of, I should not play Elden Ring. It is half truth. It really is true. I can't because Elden Ring. I originally thought I was like, okay, this game might take over 100 hours. No, this game can easily take 300 to 500 hours. And it might not seem like a lot to some people. Bless them. But to me, that is way too much time. And now I will continue to play the game. And in fact, I'll show you guys what happens on how far I got. Just so I didn't leave you guys hanging. But yeah, hold on. It's just gonna be a just chatting stream tonight. So sorry about that. Hold on. Let's move over. There we go. My health is more important, guys. I'm really happy. Here, I'll show you guys my progress. At least I'm not gonna play the game, but I can at least show you guys my progress. But yes, I'm sorry about that. I mean, as a streamer, I have an obligation to you guys, and I just didn't really want to leave you guys hanging. What happened to You Can tonight? I was gonna play either Elden Ring or another game tonight, Hui, but because this game Elden Ring, as you can see here, I have so much trouble beating a very, very hard boss that I did an all-nighter all the way to morning. I still couldn't come up with a strategy, and tonight and this all the way to this morning, I had to go to work, so I had to go to a couple of houses, and I literally almost crashed my car. I literally almost passed out while I was driving. There you go. Here's Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. So what I like to do again, I did all this. I beat a few side bosses, but I have not beaten any of the real big bosses. At least I got to this place. What is it? What is it? Where am I? There was a castle somewhere. Oh, here it is. This was the main boss that I beat, and you know, it was a giant hippo, just so I could move along here. But other than that, I'm kind of stuck on this boss right here, because I'm trying to get to this last section, because there's a map here, and I couldn't do it. I did train. I got a little bit more runes. Still didn't really do all that much. Here's my equipment. I got a little bit more stuff, but and I finally got a couple of summons, but I could not beat Malenia, and I'm not gonna use any summons from Malenia. Unfortunately, even though with a buffed up weapon, I realized that with my parrying mechanics, I would have to parry her a total of like at least 60 to 90 times. to beat her, and where if she nicks me, I am pretty much dead. That was what happened to me last night, and you have no idea. I've heard, I am Malenia, Blade of Mikola. Just how many times I died? Probably at least 100 times off screen practicing, and I just couldn't do it. So I tried to do more Shadow of the Erdtree, which is just exploration without beating any of the bosses, except unless they're in my way, which I need to get access to a map. But that's it. Ugh. Jeez. So sorry, I'm not gonna play today because I am just exhausted. I feel like passing out right now, actually. Is that right, Shuyin? Look. Which boss I'm stuck on? It's some kind of... the boss I'm stuck on right now. Because Shadow of the Erdtree, I don't know what happened. I think they revamped the entire leveling system to the point where you have to go collect some kind of seed. So basically, even though I'm a level 150 something, it feels like I'm back at level 23 or 30 or something. So everyone is like 2-3 shotting me, including bosses, and the boss I'm stuck on is basically some kind of mini boss. It doesn't have a cutscene, but basically I think the name, I don't remember the name, but he's a summoner, so he spams a lot of spells. So I have a very hard time. He just stays back and spams spells. So I could not counter, and I couldn't do anything. And of course, let's not talk about Malenia. Also, I got to the I got through what you call it. I got to Malekith, the Black Blade. I've not beaten it. I just went in and by accident I was like, okay, is this the final boss room? No, and I think that might be the final boss. So I didn't. Obviously, I just killed myself and was like, you know what? I don't want to be the boss. I want to play the boss blind with you guys. Oh God. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Take it from me, a friend. Almost passed out during being stay up for days. Yeah, guys. I mean, don't stay up for days, especially like me. I tried my best to, like, you know, stay up, stay energized, but overall, there was no way I have enough energy to. Plus, I had to do yard work this morning. I had to do the back, and I got some mosquito as well as fire ant bites, so I was not having a good day. And then afterwards, I had to go shower, take care of my dogs, and then have to go to do some real estate as well. So again, I almost crashed my car. That's when I literally was like, you know what, I can't do this. Oh God, it was quite dangerous. Don't stay up too late. Shadow Tree, by the way, didn't know that. Is that right? Malekith? Well, I haven't played him. When I saw him, I think it was Malekith because he was in some kind of robe. I knew about this boss, in fact, so I was like, okay, as soon as I see him, I'm just gonna die. I don't want to start the fight. I want to start the fight fresh, you know. Be real with you guys. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to go into this game completely blind. It is a 2-year-old game, and there's a lot of people from the Souls community have actually, you know, asked me to play. And well, until you get this boss. So I kind of knew some of this stuff already. Not gonna lie about that. Hey Koki, how are you? Good to see you. I didn't even see you there. Sorry for the sorry, didn't notice you right there. But I'm a little bit tired. Oh man. But anyways, that's it's sorry about all of this. I promise. I'm even wearing the same shirt. As that. And just actually me Speedy and just changed my name. Yeah, I know. Anyways, at least I got paid. So that's pretty much it. I'm having a good time with Elden Ring. Is a double-edged sword. I love the game. Am I gonna say that it is the best game I've ever played? Is it gonna join that category? Maybe, because I still haven't finished it. But it is also a curse. Hey, whoa, Koki, hey man. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the super chat. Love you, man. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well with your channel, and I hope you and Wrecker are doing well all the way. Much love to all of my European brothers and sisters over there. Thank you. Yeah, but don't worry, I am not going to. I technically could try and beat Malenia. I got some of her attack down, but when I did the pairing, I looked at the damage. It was so minuscule. It was actually not like one hit. It was literally me countering after 3 parries that I thought, I was like, this is gonna take 60 to 80 parries and I cannot get hit, and there's no way I could do that. So I looked up online. I gave up when I was going to, so I basically went to other streamers previous stream VODs. So I looked up Asmon and Charlie Moist Criticals. I was like, there's no way they got through like me, the way that my setup was working. I was like, and it turns out, yeah, they had much better weapons. They were at least surviving like 4, 5, 6 hits. I don't know what they did, but I don't. But I'm just saying that there was no way that everyone could be that good at this game, where if Malenia just nicks me, I am pretty much screwed. It's basically me trying to do a no-hit for Malenia. And I said, there's no way I could do that. Dodging is one thing, no-hit is another, but pairing is just no way. I couldn't do it. But, man. I disagree. She's not that hard. She is, you know what? She is hard. She is one of the hardest boss I've ever fought. But she's also very fair. It's just that I put myself in such a disadvantage on me that to the point where I felt it is so unfair that it might take me even 1,000 tries, because I play the most riskiest. I am the most riskier player because I play a parry style. I parried some of her attacks, and I got as much as 5, 6 parries without getting hit. But then I realized that if I get nicked, if she hits me if she just touches me with her blade, I get staggered so easily that, because she hits like this, like 2, 3, 4, 5 swipes, just like that. And if she nicks me, I'm pretty much dead because I get comboed. I can survive 1 hit, but I cannot survive 2 or 3 hits. So it is essentially a 1-hit KO for me. And 2, I cannot do that much damage to her, because even with the parrying mechanics, I would assume it's like, okay, maybe it could take off 1/10 of her health. Nope, it takes off maybe 1/20 of her health. I just that's when I drew it out. I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do that. That's way too difficult on me. So it's not necessarily unfair on her part. It's just I am extremely under leveled, or whatever you call it. So I had to go and grab some new armor and get some new strategy. Hey Desra, how are you? Good to see you. First time chatter. In fact, you guys are keeping me alive right now. You guys are actually keeping me awake. If I'm gaming, I would fall asleep. Right now, if I'm talking with you guys, I'm actually feeling pretty good. By the way, what's my favorite FNAF game? Mine's Fazbear Nights. If I had to pick a favorite one, it would either be the Roblox one. The Roblox have reimagined of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The scariest one, in my opinion, is either 4 or the one that's a visual novel. Those Nights, and then the best free roaming is actually Those Nights at Fredbear's. So that's what that's my pick. Why am I drinking Arizona tea? This is just water. As you can see, there's no color in there. My mom, as I said, when we buy these milk gallons, milk containers, or these, she keeps these. So she just grabs water from her office. So it's not. I have a bunch of water bottles here. So no, it's not Arizona tea. I used to drink it, but right now we're trying to save money. Hey Dazra. What am I chatting about? I was supposed to be playing Elden Ring or some other horror game tonight, but I stayed up until 36 hours. So I thought about just coming up with a stream. I basically just, in fact, this stream was only supposed to last for like 5 minutes, which is just me, you know, apologizing to you guys that I'm sorry I could not. I can't continue today because I'm just so bloody tired. 2-3 hours of sleep was not good, to the point where today I went to work. When I was driving, I literally almost passed out and veered off the side of the road. It was that bad. But now I'm feeling a little bit better. I still am gonna pass out. As soon as I stop talking, I'm gonna pass out. Oh, and by the way, Melania, every time I just realized this. You should have seen my face. My face was like this when I realized, like, hey, didn't I damage her? And didn't I damage her already? Why is she back at full health? Well, the fact is she heals every time, and I mean every time she nicks me. Every hit she gets, she heals. So with all of that handicap, unless I know the boss inside and out like the back of my hand, there's no way I can beat her. Unless you give me like 2,000, 3,000 attempts to the point where I absolutely understand every single pixel or frame of her AI, of her mechanics. And I was not going to do that because I just don't have the time to do it, you know? When I first started streaming, did I get discouraged from not having many people? No, I did not. Sleep. I'll answer that. That's a good question. That's right. I'm not. That's okay, man. Take a break a minute. I heard that your problem burnt out. Take a break from YouTube a bit. No. That's right. No. I wasn't burnt out on YouTube. I'll answer Sleep's question for after this. It's just that I was so enamored and so addicted to Elden Ring, because the last time I've been this addicted to a video game has been a very, very long time. I don't remember the game. Maybe Yakuza 0, maybe not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Nah, that wasn't Tears of the Kingdom. There are games that we all play that you just, you know, say, man, I can't stop. I just have to get this out of the way. So when I was really into a game, I would tell my boss, like, I need a few days off. It's one of those times I need a vacation. I was like, I need to get this game out of my system. I tried to do that with Elden Ring. It's not going to work. At first, I was like, okay, it's going to be a 60-hour game. And then afterwards, I realized it's going to be a 100-hour game. And now I realize it's going to be at least maybe around 200-300-hour game. I just don't have the time for all that to do it. Just consume it in the way. So that's what I mean. So I'm not burnt out on YouTube. It's just it got so dangerous for me last night, and I just really liked the game so much that I stayed up all night last night trying to beat a boss, and I pulled an all-nighter all the way till the morning, and I almost passed out and almost crashed my car today afternoon when I was driving to getting back from work. So it has nothing to do with YouTube or being burnt out. Elden Ring is not for everyone. That I can promise you. But I can see why people are addicted to it. I can see why. And I might make a video about it. I really should make a video about it. I've not played Hello Neighbor. Sleep was asking me, when I first started streaming, did I ever discourage from not having many people? That's actually a good question. I'm sure some of you guys would ask me that, and might even start doing streaming yourself. And here's the thing. Here's my take on it. I came from a very interesting or very unique situation. All right. So everyone has different backgrounds. The reason I started streaming was because my restaurant was closing down. I was already in a very, and I mean very, depressed mood. So streaming was more or less a form of coping. Instead of, like, you know, your typical, some people drink, some people eat junk food, some people smoke, whatever. Mine was just, well, I got nothing to lose. I have one last month in my restaurant before this whole place comes down. I might as well just broadcast myself and maybe start a YouTube channel or do some streaming, because everything I put forward into this restaurant, I mean, all of my life savings, my retirement, my stocks, everything is pretty much gone. So I was like, well, might as well just start streaming. And even if no one And so to answer Sleep's question is like, if no one watches me, it didn't matter to me because the fact that no one watches me, I didn't expect anyone to watch me first. But two, it was more or less kind of a self-therapy because I know streaming at that time was just basically talking to an audience, right? So really, I was just talking to myself. And then when I first started streaming, I was obviously doing Stardew Valley. I couldn't enjoy the game because I was just kind of very depressed. But I was just listening to myself and then continuous talking about my struggles, my feelings. And I didn't expect anyone to hear anyway, because even if someone comes in and watches me, it was like, well, this dude is just sounds depressing. Why, whatever, I'll just leave him alone. Or why would anyone watch someone play a game while venting their frustration or their sad story? It's not like anyone would care. But lo and behold, you got people proved me wrong. And one or two people started on Twitch, and in that moment, that little spark of someone just writing a comment like you guys are right now with the chat is like, hey, how are you? Now some of them are obviously fake, which is just like, hey, do you need artwork, blah blah blah. But I know there were one or two who are actually real. They were real. They came in and I told them about my restaurant. They can actually hear me cooking when a customer comes in. And so when my restaurant was closing down, I had no customers. So having people coming in and talking to me on the chat was basically having a customer. I was super excited. And by that time, if they heard about it, I was like, oh man, sorry about your restaurant, but I could at least watch your stream and hang out. That's why I continued to stream. So at the same time, I wasn't really afraid of talking to strangers because I have a restaurant. I talk to strangers all the time. It was a one-man restaurant. So that was my my unique position. So don't use me as an example of like, a fresh 18-year-old or a teenager just starting a YouTube channel trying to become PewDiePie or something like that. It wasn't like that at all. I don't think many of you guys can relate to the fact of trying to open your own restaurant and then having it closed down. So that was the most painful thing. It was so painful that it numbs any other feelings that I had than from like no one watching me. All right, so if someone comes into my chat, gives me a hard time, I don't really care. I felt it kind of funny. In fact, I'm kind of glad because it just means that someone found me interesting enough to come and say hi. I'm always grateful for it. So, as I said, thank you so much for everyone for coming in and hanging out. If I can bring some kind of entertainment to you guys every single night, that's more than I could ask for. It's not for donations, not to become a big streamer or a career or anything, because it's what I needed emotionally. If I could provide that for you guys, it's almost like that feeling of being able to serve someone good food from a restaurant and they come back over and over again and said, hey man, you make some really good food. Same thing with right here, except instead of food, it would be my personality. So that's all. I want to become a content creator, but I don't know how. I barely get any views. Do you have any tips? Work hard. You have to be very, very self-critical. It's what I did with my restaurant. You have to be your own biggest critic. You have to look at your own videos, and even if you don't like the sound of your voice, I don't, with my videos, you always have to improve your video editing style. You have to try this, try that, try this, try that. You have to get used to failure, which is not getting any views, because you never know that one of your videos or that you made could actually blow up. I haven't had any videos that blew up yet, but I have made the FNAF guide for those Nights at Fredbear's, and it got a good amount of views. I don't think it blew up. It's not like it got millions of views, but it is currently the definitive guide for that game, for both the old and the new versions, and I got about 2,000 views. It's not a lot by YouTube standards, but to me it is a lot, and it got me monetized. So there it is. Vortex. Crab souls, just like Elden Ring. I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I can play any. If I want to play another Elden Ring game, these kind of games are very rare. It comes in every like 3 to 5 years. I mean, I didn't. Bloodborne has the same, almost the same mechanics as Elden Ring. Yet Bloodborne didn't really. I wasn't as absorbed into Bloodborne as I was with Elden Ring. You gotta understand. But then again, that's because Bloodborne was so traumatizing. I was traumatized by it. I just like, it's basically a horror game, and I just want to like go in, get in, and get out. That's it. In fact, the bosses was more of an enjoyment than anything else because, hey, at least I don't have to go anywhere scary and all these creatures and the madness everywhere. So I was glad that I was done with Bloodborne. Elden Ring is another story. It is a horrific world, but it's not traumatizing, if you know what I mean. No, I will be playing more Souls games, Sleep. Don't worry, I will. It's just that I can't until I actually level up my gear. Because I saw Charlie and Asmund and all these other guys, they use skills, Ashes of War, some kind of build, Blood Loss, whatever. I need to understand those mechanics because they were doing like a decent amount of damage where I was basically making pixel damage to my bosses. So as soon as I understand the mechanics more, then I can do that. But Elden Ring requires me to do a lot of fetch quests, which is, or rather, a lot of quests where go here, kill this boss to get this. Go here into this dangerous location to grab this, to that. And I realized just how big this game is. It is way bigger than I thought. Originally I thought, I was like, okay, it's just this map. Shadow of the Erdtree came out, and then there's this another underground map. I was like, oh my god, this is just way too overwhelming. And then I realized I did something wrong, which is I used the remembrance when I beat a boss, especially Mogs. So I used it for runes, and unfortunately I couldn't get those things back. So I missed out on some of those powerful weapons. I was like, man, if I could just grab Mog's trident or Godrick's axe, that would be awesome. So I limited myself a lot in the beginning, and I played purely in the most difficult and the most limited way. And I got to Malenia. Well, you know, I can get the remembrances back. I don't know how. I've used it up and I couldn't get it back anyway. Just got an ad after I read our comments. Well, good. This is how I make money, right? Ads. Play FNAF in real time. There's a real 6 hours mode and normal. You mean real 6 hours? I have to survive real 6 hours? I don't think I can stream for 6 hours for FNAF though. Here, I'll write it down. Hold on. Hang on, what was it called again? FNAF in real time. Alright, I have it down now. There's also Grave Shift at Freddy's and then FNAF Rewritten. Is that what it's called? I have a lot of these games that you guys told asked me to play. Bleed builds are so good, you just gotta bleed a weapon and then level up what the weapon scales. I know, I did that with the whatchamacallit, the rapier, and that's my favorite thing. However, the reach is not very long, and Malenia basically, as long as if I get nicked, I'm dead. So which, unfortunately, I might be a decent player, but I'm not that good, you know. Real life graphics. I'm looking forward to it, but it doesn't matter whether FNAF looks real or not, because as long as the atmosphere is good. FNAF is all about atmosphere. Once you get, you know, to me it's like a scary atmosphere with a puzzle. After you have to understand the AI, the mechanics of each game, and for that I find it quite interesting. So whenever the Under the Pit comes out, I believe the anniversary is next month. There's going to be a lot of announcements, and of course there's going to be more FNAF games. I'll be on it, and I'm going to be showing you guys that maybe I might take Markiplier's crown as the king of FNAF. At least of new FNAF, you know. Thanks for the sub, Dazra. I didn't expect that. Yeah, to find walking mausoleums. They look like turtles with churches on their back. Yeah, I read about that. But they don't give you back the remembrances, apparently. Because I thought about it, I was like, oh, maybe I can get it back. It duplicates it, but it doesn't bring it back. So that means I've used it for runes, which I didn't really need. And then afterwards, I really shouldn't have. I should have sold it to the old lady where the fingers are. Darn it. So in order to get it back, I have to start New Game Plus or something like that. I was like, no, I'm not doing that again. The actual best FNAF game is definitely Glitched Attraction. It's free roam puzzle game. Yeah, I actually still need to finish it. I think I just got to the section with the whole section with. So the first section was with the bedroom. I got through that one. Section was with Chica, Mango, and Freddy. I got through that one as well. And then the third one, I think it looks a bit like Sister Location. It's got Baby Doll in there, I think. Or no. It reminds me a bit of FNAF 3. Yeah. So it was Springtrap, but that's pretty much it. Wait, you can't get the weapons and stuff from the duplicates? No, you have to get the remembrance. Once you beat a boss, you get something called a remembrance, and then if you want to duplicate it, then you have to get those up to those mausoleums. However, I used up on my remembrance, at least on Moog, because apparently it was said that it is the best bleed damage, and I saw how overpowered it is. I was like, well, I should have well, I can't get it now, not unless I start the game over. I still haven't even gotten to the final boss. So, I do know that Melania is optional, but I do know, but Malekith has to die, and then afterwards, I believe we go back to the Erd Tree, and then I know that the final boss is probably Marika or something. I think, because that's how the game goes, right? And that's pretty much it. So. When I do stream Black Myth Wukong, hopefully the bosses won't be nearly as hard as these, because I literally have. You guys don't see what happens behind the scenes, where I literally had to practice for Morgod and every one of those bosses, because I did not. I was not confident to beat them in an hour on stream with you guys watching, at all, because it took hours and hours of practice. So again, that's why Elden Ring was kind of bleeding into my life, where if you saw my upload schedule, it's actually been lacking for the last couple of days. I usually release 2-3 uploads every single day, and not so much right now. So again, this is why I have to maybe either put Elden Ring a little bit on the hold, where eventually, if I am confident and practice enough for a boss, then I will stream it. Like, I practiced for Moog for a long time, and I still struggle with him. It took me 7 tries. Okay? I almost had to shave my head because of him. So, thanks, Vortex. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully that answers everyone's question. If you guys want to stream, it's not hard. It's very easy technical wise. I mean, I stream on a very crappy ass laptop. You guys should be okay. You guys should have the internet for it. If you guys do stream, though, I definitely don't recommend using Time Warner, because I had trouble with that internet service. AT&T is a little bit better. And then it's, again, like I said, streaming is actually quite easy, but being a good streamer is what it's all about. And as long as you can keep talking and keep the people, it's like, I would almost say that it's stage comedy, something I was never good at or never even tried. It's not about playing games. It's all about just entertaining you guys and then making you guys, come and watch me. It may sound manipulative, because it is, but that is the reality of it. So if you think streaming is for you, couldn't hurt to stream. You can give it a shot. In fact, if you're nervous about it, why don't you just try to go, just record yourself and try talking to yourself first. And if you're comfortable with it, if you're comfortable talking to yourself with no one watching, because that's what's going to happen when you first start, then maybe you could become a streamer, as long as you can last. But just don't go in it for the money or just because you want to become a big streamer or something like that. That's usually a recipe for disaster. You have to if you're just doing it for the money, then you know your people can see it, people can feel it, and you're not going to be as genuine. Don't just go into going into stream and play games, because right now I don't think anyone wants to watch you just play games for the sake of playing, unless you are a very, very good player, like a top 100 player at some games. I don't know, Jinxie is very good at Rainbow Six, maybe Shroud is good at CSGO or something like that. Unless you're so talented, which I doubt most of you are that good. You would stream but you can't talk? Well, then you shouldn't be a streamer then, Shuyan. You could try to make videos though, like make guides of what make video contents. That's different. Like most people don't watch streams. Even though I'm a streamer, I still don't really watch any streamers. But I will always watch videos. I love watching YouTube on the background, as I'm sure it is the same with most of you. I've looked at my analytics on my phone that everyone who watches my shorts also watch my videos. Everyone who watches my videos also watches my shorts. But not everyone who watches videos and shorts watches streams. It's just a different category. And you know, it is what it is. So like on a scale of 5, it was a 5 out of 5 for watches shorts, 5 out of 5 for videos, and then a 4 out of 5 for streams. Granted, that's my analytics, not for you guys. Yeah, I agree, Shuyin. Thanks. Like I said, guys, what Shuyin said is that you have to be a very good background noise, which I am more than happy to be. FNAF Simulator, not to be confused with Pizzeria Simulator. I still haven't finished Pizzeria Simulator. I actually enjoyed that one. I play as animatronics, so I'm playing as Freddy or Bonnie or Chica. Is that right? Anyways, God. In fact, this is even though I'm tired and about to pass out, I still feel good. And as you can see, I love chatting. I just love talking to people. Eventually, maybe if I can invite people to my streams, and I would love to have a chat with more people. You can change your character. I don't know. I like to be chased. I'm not so sure about chasing other people as the animatronic. But I'll give it a shot. But yeah, you will see the final boss. No, I'll try. Don't. FNAF 2, 3, 5, 6, Help Wanted. I play most of them. I did not finish FNAF 3 and Sister Location because I found them to be very mechanically flawed and slow. It was tedious. I didn't like that. Security Breach, while it has its issues, I enjoyed it as more time as I played it, because I never played a free roaming horror game. Well, not unless you count Alien Isolation, where that game was way too scary for me. Agree, Shady. If you could play FNAF on the computer, that's what I recommend. For a console player, very, very hard. You're kind of at a disadvantage, especially with some of the aiming stuff, like aiming with a mouse and then, you know, moving and pressing these buttons with your left on the keyboard. Much different than on a controller. I handicapped myself a lot during that game. Same thing with Poppy Playtime. You know, I had such trouble with Catnap just because of the aiming thing. It drove me crazy, but I did beat it though. In fact, I cheesed it. Again, all right. If there's anything else you guys want to ask me, if not, I'm gonna have to actually head off to bed at around 7:50. That's fine. It's an early bed, but it's all right. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. Like I said, I will do my best to. I'm not sure about tomorrow, about Elden Ring. If I feel comfortable that I can make an entertaining stream with the boss, then I will. But other than that, let's go back to FNAF or any other horror games. Just like I said, and of course, just chatting. I hope everyone had a good time at least. Sorry it's a little bit on the shorter side. And thank you so much for coming in tonight. I did not expect so many people. But you guys have a good day or night. Yeah, peace.